Yo, what is up guys? Boy here. So today Anthony Joshua seems to have found his voice. He's been talking greasy in regards to a rematch with Andy Ruiz. I will read you a segment of what he said on Sky Sports News today. This was obviously in regards to the rematch. You've got two ends of it. One, I fight in Tijuana, Ruiz's uncle could referee, and I'd still whoop him. It doesn't matter where it is. But there's the other aspect of British fans riding with me from day one. I want to get them belts back. He also said, I see Ruiz has been doing a lot of talking about what he wants, but he doesn't call the shots in that sense. I'd love Cardiff, however, it's going to be on neutral grounds. Ruiz is champion, I'm going to battle for it in the UK. They are the words of Anthony Joshua. In regards to the last statement, he kind of contradicted himself because in one sentence he said the rematch would be on neutral grounds, but in the next he said he would battle for it to be in the UK. So that makes no sense whatsoever. And listen, Anthony Joshua is talking big, he's talking greasy about, the fact that he would fight Andy Ruiz in Tijuana. You're the boss, right? You've just said it. Make it happen. Make it happen. You're talking greasy like you're about it. You're the only one that can make this fight happen in Tijuana. You still have control over the rematch, as we've been told on numerous occasions and as you've just confirmed. So don't give it the fact that you would fight this dude in Tijuana when you're the guy who can make that happen. This dude has no intention of fighting Andy Ruiz Jr. in Tijuana, so why even say it? Nobody in their right mind would fall for that. It doesn't even look like you want to go back to the US to rematch Andy Ruiz. And by the way, I don't really think it's a big deal where the rematch is, but Team Joshua are the ones saying they would take it in America. Eddie Hearn said Joshua wants to right the wrong in America. Joshua's saying he would fight Ruiz in Tijuana. You're the guy saying this. If you're saying it, do it. Live up to your words. But that's not going to happen. Anthony Joshua getting greasy now just doesn't wash. It doesn't wash. Where was that on fight night? It wasn't there. You was flat as a pancake. You had no fight left in you. Ruiz basically forced this guy to submit. I know the debate is out. Did Joshua quit? Didn't he quit? For me, Ruiz beat the fight out of him and Joshua was looking for a way out. He was willing the referee to stop it by, in my opinion, displaying the body language he displayed. Turning his back, not responding to the referee, and not convincing the referee that he could continue. Because looking at that display, I wasn't convinced that he wanted to continue, and the referee wasn't convinced that he wanted to continue. That's why he stopped it. Ultimately, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, first and foremost, need to concentrate on getting this fight actually signed. They need to get this fight signed and official, wherever that may be, and then go from there. But I've got to say, I've not been convinced by Anthony Joshua's attitude and conduct ever since that fight got waved off back on June 1st. I've not been convinced. Now, that's not to say I'm right. I could be totally wrong. And if I'm wrong, listen, I'm more than willing to hold my hands up. I'm not saying this as fact. I'm just giving my 2 cents. Joshua's behaviour ever since that loss just hasn't really convinced me. It hasn't convinced me. And maybe that's me reading too much into his body language, how he's acted since then. It could be me just overanalyzing the situation. Ultimately, not every fighter deals with defeat the same way. But to me, it just seems like there's a lot of uncertainty coming from Team Joshua. This rematch really is fascinating. It really is. Joshua's career is arguably on the line in the rematch. Can Ruiz repeat what he did in the first fight? It's fascinating. It will be without doubt the most anticipated heavyweight fight of the year. And as a neutral, I don't really ride for either guy. I'm super interested in this rematch. The psychological factor. Is Joshua damaged from that first fight psychologically? Or is Ruiz now gassing himself up? Will he overlook Joshua in the rematch given the nature of the first fight? Technically, how will this one play out? What will Joshua do different this time around? Physically, how are these guys going to prepare? Is Ruiz going to come in lighter? Is Joshua going to come in leaner? There's so many questions going into this rematch, and as a neutral, I really am fascinated, And right now, even when there's no announcement, I'm really intrigued about this potential fight. Don't get it twisted. I know there's a lot of emotional fanboys out there. I'm not getting at Anthony Joshua. I'm just sharing my 2 cents on what I see leading up to this second fight, and that's all there is to it. If you think there's anything more, that's on you, not my problem. But yeah, share your thoughts below. Peace.